Hi, vinyl community and anyone watching this video. I did a record store day video last night, and after listening to the only new release for record store day that I bought yesterday, I can honestly tell you, pissed is not the word. I could probably use stronger language, but I wanted to keep this somewhat family friendly. This is a record store day rant, and why record store day as a concept either needs to change and stop ripping people off, or they just need to do away with the concept altogether. And this recording is a fantastic example. This is Sun House live at Oberlin College, April 15th, 1965. And there's nothing wrong with the album. As a matter of fact, the album sounds very good for considering the age of the recording. And I'm guessing, even though Oberlin is a liberal arts college with a heavy focus on the musical arts and recording, I feel so ripped off and I feel so fleeced. And let me tell you why. I'll show you on the back here of this album. You have the track release, or the track listing for the release on side A and side B. So, track 4, A True Friend is Hard to Find. Well, I can't find a true friend because this track is not on the album. And if you've bought this album and you haven't listened to it yet, you're in for an eye-opener. What they did, and this is of course, put out by a cheap independent label called Rockbeat. And Rockbeat, I have to call you out on this one. You guys are absolute crooks. Absolute crooks. So what they did, when you open this album, they tell you on the free digital code, the slip of paper that comes with this tells you that track was omitted from the pressing. So you don't have A True Friend is Hard to Find. You're friendless. But what they've done is they've included these tracks and A True Friend is Hard to Find on the digital download. So I feel like I got kicked in the teeth. I mean, come on, guys. This was not a cheap album. I think I paid $20 for this release. It is such a ripoff. They keep ripping people off. And honestly, this was not the only ripoff. I saw one video. Even Paul McCartney is getting in the act, and I wish Paul McCartney would just retire, hang it up. You've made millions and millions and millions of dollars. I know you're paying a fortune in alimony, but Sir Paul, hang it up. Paul McCartney's release this year was a cassette, a fake, I guess, bootleg release, even though it was commissioned by Paul McCartney, but it was put on to a cassette. Come on, who wants a cassette? It's like even maybe 2 steps lower than a compact disc. But you know, Paul McCartney, you've made millions, if not billions of dollars. Number one, take the shoe polish out of your hair. Nobody believes that you're not totally gray. Number two, retire. Just go away. Fade away. You had a great run, Paul. Just hang it up. So in the meantime, I'm going to go listen to some fun stuff that I forgot to put these in my last video, but these are a few releases that I bought as part of Record Store Day. Some used vinyl, Phil Ochs, All the News That's Fit to Sing. I think this is his first album. Does not have a great voice, is maybe a marginal guitar player at best, but this is all protest music. You can see the original notes here. This thing is in mint condition, absolutely mint, and it's a nice relic of maybe the protests of the Vietnam War. Next one, I Ain't Marching Anymore. I think this was his follow-up. These are both mono pressings. You see extensive liner notes here. I Ain't Marching Anymore, Draft Dodger Rag, which is kind of a fun song. The Highwayman, Talking Birmingham, Jam, and Here's to the State of Mississippi. Some real angry protest music. And same deal, not a great guitarist, not a great vocalist, but his music is kind of like news and social commentary on vinyl. Kind of takes you back. Angrier than Bob Dylan, certainly more political than Bob Dylan, and fun listens. My Aerosmith collection, for what I want, is complete. I had to get this live bootleg. You see here they went a little crazy putting coffee cup rings on the pressing on the outside cover. I haven't listened to this one yet, but this completes my Aerosmith collection, and I'll probably do a separate video showing all this stuff. But yeah, I don't feel ripped off by some vintage Aerosmith. And you know, if I was to buy some of their new stuff today, I'd probably feel a little fleeced, but thankfully they were not part of this year's Record Store Day. Just to finish that rant, I feel totally ripped off, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm done with Record Store Day. I know I said it last year, but honest to God, how many times can they find ways to rip off vinyl fans and collectors? They keep finding new ways to do it. Hope you enjoyed this video.